Howdy, Betty. Gosh, oh golly, I'm watching this show with Frank Sinatra, and isn't he natty? Oh, just like that fine man, Lucas Ross in Evernight by Claudia Gray. Bianca and Lucas make such a cute couple. Who would have thought that Bianca would become interested in Lucas and the other way around? Howdy, Betty. Gosh, oh golly, I'm watching. I'm sorry, this is not gonna work. Howdy, Betty. Gosh, oh golly. Come on. Howdy, Betty. Gosh, oh golly, I'm watching this show with Frank Sinatra, and isn't he natty? You gotta turn it before, and you don't do. Okay, we got this. Howdy, Betty. Gosh, oh golly, I'm watching this show with Frank Sinatra, and isn't he natty? Oh, just like that fine man, Lucas Ross in Evernight by Claudia Gray. Bianca and Lucas make. Oh my gosh, they can't even see
Oh my god!
Howdy, Betty. Gosh, oh golly, I'm watching the show with Frank Sinatra, and isn't he natty? Oh, just like that fine man, Lucas Ross in Evernight by Claudia Gray. Bianca and Lucas make such a cute couple. Who would have thought that Bianca and Lucas would become interested in each other and the other way around?
Exactly! Bianca was such a shy and insecure teenager who didn't fit in. Lucas seemed to be confident and wasn't afraid of anything. He goes to extreme limits sometimes.
Look, Susan, it's on page 30. He would stand out in...
That's as far as we go.
Howdy, Betty. Gosh, oh golly, I'm watching the show with Frank Sinatra, and isn't he natty?
Oh, just like that fine man, Lucas Ross in Evernight by Claudia Gray.
Bianca and Lucas make such a cute couple. Who would have thought that Bianca would become interested in Lucas and the other way around?
Exactly. Bianca was such a shy and insecure teenager who didn't seem to fit in. Lucas seemed to be confident and wasn't afraid of anything. He goes to extreme limits sometimes.
Look, Susan, it's on page 30. He wouldn't stand out much in this beautiful crowd, but he would be a natural part of it, unlike me.
Those kids have definitely changed since the beginning of the book in the way they behave and act.
Oh my goodness gracious, this book was so mysterious and suspicious, especially when it says Evernight Academy looked more like a castle than boarding. Princesses look locked in cells, princes fighting dragons in the shadows, and evil witches guard the doors with enchantments on page 41.
Yeah, Evernight Academy and the Gargoyle sure set that mood. It brings shiver critters. Remember that time when Lucas said that Evernight Academy is spooky as heck on page 13?
Only that word was not heck. By golly, it's 5 o'clock already, and the book club just started. It's time for my early bird dinner.
Oh yeah, food! I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
So what?
Bianca is to Lucas as peanut butter is to jelly. They're okay apart, but would be better together.
Just like Nancy Reagan and Ronald Reagan, because they had a great love story.
Love was such a big topic in this book.
You betcha! There didn't seem to be a single page without romance between those kiddos.
It is true love. Freaking. Howdy, Betty.
Gosh, oh God, I'm watching this show with Frank Sinatra, and isn't he natty?
Oh, just like that fine man, Lucas Ross in Evernight by Claudia Gray.
Bianca and Lucas make such a cute couple. Who would have thought that Bianca would become interested in Lucas and the other way around?
Exactly. Bianca was such a shy and insecure teenager who didn't fit in. Lucas seemed to be confident and wasn't afraid of anything. He goes to extreme limits sometimes.
Look, Susan, it's here on page 30. He wouldn't stand out much in this beautiful crowd. He would be a natural part of it, unlike me.
Those kids have definitely changed at the beginning of the book in the way they behave and act.
Oh my goodness gracious, this book was so mysterious and suspicious, especially when it says Evernight Academy looked more like a castle than a boarding Princesses locked in cells, princes fighting dragons in the shadows, and evil witches guarding the doors with enchantments on page 41.
Yeah, Evernight Academy and the gargoyle sure set that mood. They bring super critters. Oh, remember when Lucas said the Evernight Academy is spooky as heck on page 13?
Only that word was not heck. By golly, it's 5 o'clock already, and the book club just started. It's time for my early bird dinner.
Oh yeah, food! I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
So what?
Bianca is to Lucas as peanut butter is to jelly. They're okay apart, but we'd be better together.
Just like Nancy Reagan and Ronald Reagan, because they had a great love story.
Love was such a big topic in this book.
You betcha! There didn't seem to be a single page without romance between those two kids.
If it's true love, people will always find a way back together, no matter how far apart they were.
But then the crowds parted, and I saw him clearly. And I realized I was right. Lucas had come back. Page 214.
I don't usually read these newfangled supernatural romance novels, but this turned out to be a good book.
You betcha there is romance in that book with the Bianca girl and that Lucas Ross boy.
Those two kiddos were meant to be from the beginning. Bianca just realized the connection right from Evernight Academy's orientation night.
They're always willing to protect each other.
Sure enough, even when they were surrounded by those evil vampires, and Lucas turned out to be
Bingo!
Oh yeah, you'll understand later. Anyways, I guess people who want to understand Evernight probably...
For goodness sake, you gotta know something about those folks with fangs.
You mean vampires?
Yeah, knowing stuff about vampires sure helps a lot.
He cradled my face in his hands and his whole body shook on page 225.
You betcha, that figurative language and beautiful, I might add.
There's so many good quotes from Evernight.
Would you eat a hamburger if there was a chance you could if it could punch you in the face? That was my favorite on page 288.
My favorite was, normally you'd think the girl who's going out on her first date ever would have dibs on the mirror. On page 84.
Can you put up with any more books like this?
Sure. I'm young enough to try new things like the Percy Jackson series, since Percy and Annabeth always find a way back together.
Kinda like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, except the two kids don't fit in at all.
Oh, so I guess this book club is over.